I guess like in the scariest of hours, it
I
kind
knew
of
it.
just ties itself in,
I
man.
mean,
I fucking knew it. Here we go.
he mentioned Rick Ross, so I kind of figured it. I was like, all right, when's the drop gonna come?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I always get curious to see how y'all are gonna transition to the next topic. Like I'm always wondering. I'm like, who's gonna do it? You know what I mean?
So
Listen, man, we got bars, man.
Yeah, I
hey,
guess.
shouts out shouts out to the number one rapper today, the
Yes.
GOAT today, Drake.
The number one rapper today for sure.
The Scary Hours 2 EP. It was just 3 songs, and he had the whole world of music talking about it. I've even seen people like Amy Schumer talking about it. So everybody was fucking with it, of course. A lot of people loved the Lemon Pepper freestyle. I've seen some people really hyped on the little baby feature and all that. I think Scary Hours EP, I think this Scary Hours was better than the first one.
I agree.
And shouts out to Drake, man. He knows how to do it. And apparently the dude's going to sell over 100,000, and one of the songs is going to be number one on the Billboard next week, apparently due to projections and shit. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. You got guys who's putting out full length projects, heavy auto-tune, and they're only doing 30,000 a week. Then you got this guy, he just announced it 24 hours prior to releasing. Hey, I'm dropping this. Boom, motherfuckers went crazy. So shouts out to him. Shouts out to Rick Ross. Shouts out to Lil Baby. Shouts out to the entire OVO sound, because this was just nothing but a positive look for him.
I'm not surprised that he's going to sell 100,000. He's fucking Drake, yo. Like Drake can spit in the air, and that shit's going to sell like quickly. You know what I mean? Like it just is what it is, because he's Drake. Like anything that he puts his name on will sell to a certain degree, especially if it's his directly. You know what I mean?
This kind of put things more in perspective as to where Drake is now, being that he's been here so long, and it's like, what has it been, about a decade so far? A little bit over a decade since So Far Gone dropped.
Yep.
I think the thing about when it comes to Scary Hours too is that a lot of people were questioning, is Drake on the fall off, right, of his career? And when this came out, it just showed, nah, nothing's changed. It sounds like Drake is only getting better as a rapper, while still keeping like that number one spot. At this point, it's like he's only been competing with himself for years now. But
Yeah.
From hearing this pack, what is to come from him, we're going to get something very special where I'm not going to say he's going to do a diamond, but he might be able to sell 500, or like he might be able to sell a cup like 5 million in like the first 2 weeks.
Ooh, man.
I think he goes platinum, but diamond in the first 2 weeks, that's a lot.
I think
that is a lot. That's a like, whoa.
That's a lot.
But think about it, 100,000 for a handful of songs.
It's Drake.
Exactly.
Drake. Like,
imagine exactly. But imagine when the next out. Okay, I might be a little ambitious with a diamond, right?
I was gonna say diamond is, man. That's a feat.
Yeah, only Eminem and 50 Cent have done that. Like, and those are like breakout albums. So that's a little bit, that's ambitious. But even then, like, I think he could sell. I think he might be able to do at least maybe almost 2. He could possibly do 2 million in a week.
I'll give you 2.
I'll give you that too. Yeah, for sure.
Like 2 million, and that's going to probably, if he does 2 million in a week, that's going to probably be his biggest number so far to date. Like, this guy is like, you saw the list.
I'm sorry, my bad, bro. My bad.
No,
I'm so. Go ahead, finish your statement, bro. Because I don't.
No. Well, all I was gonna say was, you saw the list where the streams when you take out Drake and Kanye West.
Yes.
Like.
So I didn't see this. Hold on, wait. Y'all got to inform me and the listeners.
All it was a list of the most streamed music without Drake or Kanye for the year, and then that's when you had like QC.
Okay. CMG.
Yeah.
CMG. Yeah. Yeah, like
QC was number one, man. So tell you, the Baby, the Migos, they they're big. They're big.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not Drake big, but they're big.
Just think, you need like one whole label essentially, like, and they probably don't sell like Drake does. You know what I mean? Like by himself. You know what I mean?
Right, right. But they're big. Migos, Baby. I mean, City Girls, unfortunately, but
Shouts out to the City Girls, man. Broke. You know, you already know how it goes.
Listen, man. Listen, listen, man. You saw Uzi wifed up JT, so.
Hey, shouts out to Uzi. You know what I mean? If I was in his position, I'd wife up JT too. But
yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just showing black. I'm just showing appreciation for Black love. That's all. I ain't saying nothing about anything you're saying. Good.
Oh, okay. She still makes terrible music. So, which is what we're talking about. So, she may be a great human being. You could probably kick it with her, watch mad movies, play video games, but her music is just not it. That's why we don't talk about it like that.
Yeah,
so
until you catch you like Rich the Kid, man.
Nah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway,
let's just move on.
What I was just gonna say about Drake, the only thing, right? I think Drake is the GOAT of today's rap. 100%. Right. He's gonna be amongst the top 10 of greatest rappers of all time. But what stops him from being number one, like Jay-Z, of like any time period, any generation, is not so much that he could sell, because obviously he's proven with every album going platinum, even a few mixtapes going platinum, is that, hey, does the quality of music equal up to what Jay-Z has done? You know, Certified Lover Boy is a chance for him to enter that argument, because if Certified Lover Boy is a certified classic as far as quality of music, then it's going to be wow. It's kind of like when LeBron won the 4th ring. Hey, is he greater than Jordan? I say no, but that conversation is still there.
If the album doesn't deliver, it will be that conversation of like, oh, you could have kept this, or heck, even as far as pushing that conversation of the Drake and Ross project that people want now. Like, it's one of those things where, like, if you don't please the fans and the fans aren't happy, it's just going to be, like you said, it's just going to be a lot of complaints. So I think Drake is going to deliver, and I think he just has a great formula that so far has never let us down as like listeners and fans. But I couldn't imagine him putting out an album and people saying, I don't like this. Like, if the overall response is this is a bad album, I'll put it like this: if that album sounds anything like that first song off of Scary Hours 2, I'm not gonna like it. I'll be honest.
I hear you.
Yeah, I'm not. I actually didn't mind that song. I thought that song wasn't that bad, but I agree. Those songs should not make the album.
I'll send you the other version of that song.
Okay.
There's a song called someone put out a leak a while ago. I thought I sent it, but it's called Valentine's Day.
Okay.
And it's he says the same thing in there, but it sounds a lot slow. The cadence is a lot slower, and it sounds better. So.
Okay, because I feel like that song was perfect for mixtape vibes, EP shit, but that's not what I want to hear on a fucking classic album. Yeah, I agree with that.
I thought, to me, it felt like he was trying to like follow under Playboy Cardi's lane with that type of beat.
Yeah,
I feel like this, right? Like, and I'll say this, and we can move on. Like, I'll call Drake the number one rapper right now. Like, me and Lau were having a discussion. I think that's common sense, right? If you listen to rap. Right. But what I'll say is that, like, for me, I find it hard to call people in general like GOATs, like, because of what, of course the acronym means, like greatest of all time, right? You know what I mean? So when I think of the greatest of all time for rap, I think about Jay-Z, but I will not deny that Drake is the guy right now. That's a fact. And you can't argue that.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I agree with you, Nigel. As you said, we already had this conversation. Shouts out to the listeners for getting to this point of the episode, because if you feel like we're wrong in our assessment, leave us a
Fuck you.
review. That too, but leave us a review, leave a comment, reach out to us and explain to why we may be wrong and why we need to croak over and be 6 feet under and shit like that.
Shaking in the grave.
Shaking in the graves.
Yeah, just leave the door open. That's a lot.
Yeah, so just let us know
Leave the
why we're
casket
wrong.
open.
But right now, what we say stands. The guy, Drake, is numero uno. Numero uno without a doubt.
So, seeing
That's
as that's not the only new music that came out this week, I know that you guys have also heard "Leave the Door Open" by Silk Sonic, aka Anderson .Paak, and Bruno Mars. What did you guys think?
Classic.
Yeah, it sounds like I listened to it once, and it sounds like we're in store for like the dream project that we thought it would be when we first saw the flyer. Like,
Yeah.
I just can't. It just makes me more excited for the album.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't want to say too much about it neither until we listen to the whole album. But that song was like, wow, that was a dope song. That song was fire.
Big fan of Anderson .Paak. I'm curious to see what happens from this album. I think they sound, great together. I think it's going to be a good album. I think it kind of has a sound of what I thought it would sound like in my head. I didn't know exactly what it would be, but I'm glad that it sounded good. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.